Hello, everybody. It is Monday, April 6th, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. We have a massive day for sports. So much to talk about. Basically, every sport is being covered today. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the big news from yesterday, well, there's a lot of it, but the big game from yesterday was the women's basketball national championship, which was won by UCLA over South Carolina. Let's pull up the score real quick. 79-51 was the final score. UCLA dominated this game, fueled by a big third quarter. I didn't watch the game. I don't know too much about it, but it did happen. And congratulations to UConn. The men's national championship for basketball is tonight, though. We have the UConn Huskies coming in at 29-5 against the Michigan Wolverines coming in 31-3. Two very good teams. UConn defeated Illinois on their way here. It looked like this for them. They beat Furman first round. Then they beat UCLA. They beat Michigan State. They beat Duke in that crazy walk-off game in the Elite Eight. Final Four, they beat Illinois. Now they're going up against Michigan. And then Michigan's road here. They beat Wisconsin. No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. They beat Howard in the first round. Then they beat SLU. Then they beat Bama, Tennessee, and then Arizona. All of their victories have been very commanding. They've scored 90 points, 90 plus points every single time. So this is a big game between these two teams. I'm probably going to take Michigan to win this one. They're favored coming into it. They are the probably the best team remaining. I mean, they beat Arizona. That's tough to do. And UConn, they beat Duke and they beat Illinois, which are also good teams. But I'll take Michigan this one. This isn't my area of expertise, but if I had to guess, I'd probably guess Michigan to win that one. So that's basketball. It's college basketball. Let's move into the NBA now, because the big news from yesterday, which I was completely unaware of, is that Steph Curry returned to action yesterday. I didn't even know this was happening. I turned on the game and all of a sudden I see Steph. I'm like, I didn't know this was happening. Otherwise, I would have talked about it. Yeah, we'll talk about what happened in this game. The Warriors ended up losing this game to the Houston Rockets, 117-116. Close game. The Warriors were down 15 in the middle of the third quarter, and then they came back. They took the lead at one point. Actually, I don't think they took the lead late in the game, but they went on a big run, came back in the game. Steph Curry had 29 points in 26 minutes. Kevin Durant had 31, Şengün 24. It was just a fun game. And late in the game, the Warriors, they were going back and forth with the Rockets because they came back, and Steph Curry got fouled on one shot. Actually, well, he didn't get fouled. He was impeded, I guess. They fouled him, but it was not called. And then Şengün on the other way, he had a layup that was called an and one, and it was way like minimal contact. It was stupid. This is a very back and forth game. Curry was good down the stretch. Unfortunately, because the refs gave Şengün the free throw that he made, the Warriors unable to win the game because Curry missed a contested bomb. It would have been a game winner. Unfortunately, did not go down. I'm not going to blame him for that. I'm going to blame the refs. I don't know. You can't really blame anyone, I guess. But let's just talk about what this means for the Warriors, because there are not that many games left. How many games do we have left in the season? So it's one, two, three, four. That's it. There are 4 games left in the year. Okay, the Warriors are locked into that final play-in spot. But here's the deal, man. With the return of Steph Curry, this makes this team, I don't want to say contender, but one of the quotes was they're back in the fight, and it kind of feels that way because Steph Curry, he's such a good player, generational talent, one of the greatest to ever do it, and he can't carry a team though for an entire season. But here's the deal: there's only 4 games left in the season, and Steph Curry is more than capable of carrying a team for a stretch of games. Not the whole season, that's unrealistic, but for just the stretch of games going into the play-in tournament and then the play-in tournament and maybe the playoffs, Steph can carry a team. I believe he can do that, and it's so good to have him back, and it makes our team feel so much better. I I still don't expect us to do anything, but with Steph Curry, I think anything is possible. So I think the playoffs, I think the chances are back on. I think we can make it through the play-in if Steph Curry continues to play well like he did. And I really just feel like the whole team was playing better. I mean, maybe it's getting Steph back and made the team feel more spirited, but I I was happy with the way that we played, and I was especially happy to see Steph Curry back out there. Um, Other scores around the league. Cooper Flag got 45, so he has 96 points in his last 2 games. He's going for that Rookie of the Year. Um, the Celtics beat the Raptors. It's a pretty big game, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Today, the Knicks and the Hawks play. It's a good one. Magic, Pistons, Sixers, Spurs, Blazers, Nuggets. These are some good games. All right, let's talk about baseball. Look, yesterday did not go well for the Giants. So the final score was 5-2. The Mets over the Giants. The Mets had 5 runs on 13 hits. Giants 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors in this game. The winning pitcher was Brazabam, who came in, threw an inning and a third in relief. The losing pitcher was Keaton Wynn, who gave up 2 earned runs on 2 hits in just a third of an inning. And the save went to Devin Williams, who nice pitched a nice inning. Um, yeah, pitched a nice inning. All right, so there's a lot to talk about in this game. We'll start with Logan Webb in this one because Logan Webb, once again, still hasn't pitched to his most dominant form, hasn't looked like his most dominant self, but he still went 7 innings and only gave up 1 run, and that is an amazing outing. Even though he did give up 7 hits, only struck out 3, he was battling the entire time, and he was the reason this game was close at all. And I mean, you see, as soon as he came out of the game, Giants gave up 4 runs and lost. Logan Webb was definitely the best player for the Giants, by far the best player for the Giants yesterday. It wasn't even close. And even though the strikeout numbers aren't crazy high, 7 innings is a great result, and only allowing 1 run over those 7 innings is a fantastic start for Logan Webb. And we still have yet to see him pitch to his most dominant self. And that can be considered a good thing because he's still being super effective even when he doesn't have his best stuff. So you can only imagine how good he's going to be once he gets locked in. Hopefully soon, though. But yeah, Logan Webb, good outing yesterday. Good outing from him. The problem for the Giants was once again the offense. And you can say what you want about the bullpen, and yes, the bullpen did blow this game. However, I don't think they should have been in that position. I think they should have had commanding lead to work with. I'm blaming the Giants offense for this loss, and that's been the case for most of the 7 losses that we already have in these 10 games that we've played. The offense was not good enough. 7 hits did not feel like that. The offense is really bad, and that is quite the opposite of the expectation coming into the year. We were very, very bad, struggling to get hits. I blame the offense for this loss, and I blame them for our 3-7 record through 10 games. I'm not blaming Vitello because there's not much a manager can do when the offense isn't hitting. The offense needs to step it up. Our players need to step it up. How can they do that? Well, what I want to see happen is I want to see more walks. I think that's the big thing, especially for our best hitter, Rafael Devers. I mean, when he was with Boston, he was one of the most feared hitters in baseball. and he would walk all the time because they wouldn't pitch to him, and he has a great eye. He still does have a great eye, but now and and when he came over mid-season last year, the walks were not coming, and that's why his average dropped 30 points last season. And it looks like more of the same this season. I think Rafi needs to get back to walking more, and I think it goes for the entire offense. If they can get more base on balls, that's more easy runners on base. We need to be doing that more. And the other thing I think, especially for guys like Jung Hoo Lee, who kind of struggled as of late, but before was playing well. But for Jung Hoo and even for Elliott, and maybe Arias as well. I think those three in particular, but our entire lineup needs to start going the other way. They need to start getting base hits the other way, not pulling the ball, just trying to go the opposite field. That's big for a guy like Jung Hoo. It's big for the entire team because we're not getting hits. So whatever you're doing isn't working. And what Kruko said earlier today is he said it feels like every time one of the Giants steps up to the plate, they're trying to hit a 9-run homer. You can't do that, and I agree with him because that's kind of the problem here. Is everyone's trying to do it themselves. No, they're not playing like a team. They're not hitting like a team. They're hitting like individuals that are just trying to go up there and put one over the fence every single time. That's not what we should be doing. We should be looking at other teams around the league who are like racking up hits and they're scoring runs because of that. The homers and the slug is going to come only if you can get the on base first. Because if they don't, you know, if they know that they can just attack, 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 and you're not going to do anything with it, well, they're just not going to give you good pitches to hit. But if you can show that you're patient and you can get hits, then they're going to have to be more cautious. Then the mistakes are going to come, and even if they don't make a mistake, you're still going to take good pitches and spit on the bad pitches as well. And just get better at bats. Better at bats. The quality of at bats is the key for this upcoming series and really for the rest of the year because the quality of at bat has been horrible so far. It feels like they're always getting down in the count, always behind the count, never on the gas, never in control. They're just getting dominated. And it's not just any one guy, it's the entire lineup. And that's kind of the thing for the Giants is when one guy is doing well, it feels like everybody's doing well, but it's the opposite as well. If nobody's hitting, then nobody's hitting. If everybody's hitting or nobody's hitting, got to get back to everybody hitting. And everybody's not going to hit a home run. So everybody can get a single, though. That's more realistic. So that's what we should be aiming for. Yeah, tough game yesterday. Kodai Senga for the pitcher for the Mets is really good. He gave up 2 earned runs over 5 2/3, struck out 7. The entire Mets bullpen was really good. Our bullpen, not so much. Wynn and Miller, they gave up runs. Vitello got ejected yesterday. He was trying to argue the call. They, I think that it's not so much the call itself, but what he did because he was wrong about the call. I mean, Gerard was in the baseline, and that was what he was arguing is that they called Gerard out because he was out of the baseline, impeding the throw. Personally, I mean, he was out of the runner's lane, but it didn't look like he interfered with the throw. It looked like Vientos just dropped it on his own. Gerard had nothing to do with it. But Vitello got out, and he got mad. He got ejected. And I guess he was hoping to try and light a fire in the guys and spark something by getting thrown out of the game, showing that, you know, the manager's fighting for him and they should go out and fight for him. It was the right idea, I think. I think it was a good strategic move. It didn't pay off, though, because the Giants did not get a spark. In fact, they played worse after that point. So I'm not blaming Tony for getting ejected. I think he was trying to do the right thing, sticking up for his guy and trying to fight the call that went against the Giants. But it didn't work out because it felt like they let him down. And that being said, Tony has not been like perfect, but he also like he hasn't been good, but he hasn't been bad. He hasn't had to do anything because we either win by 1 million or we lose by 1 billion. So we haven't seen Tony do anything good or bad yet. And that's the player's fault, not his fault. So other scores from yesterday. Cubs beat the Guardians 1-0. Edward Cabrera 5 2/3. The win went to Teal Bar though. Plenty got the save. Brogdon got the loss. Ciccone 6 shutout, 6 Ks. There's a doubleheader, Cleveland and Chicago, and the Guardians won the second game. Was it the second game? I don't know. Parker Messick 5 1 run. Sean Armstrong got the win, and then the save went to Cade Smith. The loss to Webb Imanaga 5 innings, 1 run. The Padres beat the Red Sox 8-6. Estrada got the win. Uberstein got the loss, and Mason Miller, he got the save, his fourth of the year. He struck out the side in this one. Red Sox are what, 2-8, 2-7 so far, and they are not happy about it. We'll see how that goes. The Padres, meanwhile, they're 4-5, so not doing too bad for themselves. The Marlins beat the Yankees 7-6. Pretty exciting one late. Pete Fairbanks started the game because his wife was about to give birth, so they decided, hey, you start the game, and then you can go instead of using you later, because he used their closer. So he just went 1 inning, did not pitch well, gave up 3 earned runs. The win went to King, though. The loss to Bird, and the save to Bender. Max Fried 6 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs. The Pirates beat the Orioles 8-2. Ashcraft struck out 8 over 6 1-run innings and got the win. Bassett 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, got jumped on. The Dodgers beat the Nats 8-6. Sasaki 5 innings, gave up 6 earned runs. The win went to Dreyer. The loss went to Perez. Foster Griffin, the starter, was good. Then Edwin Diaz got the save. The White Sox beat the Blue Jays 3-0. Blue Jays got swept by the White Sox. They've lost 4 in a row, 5 of the last 6, to the Rockies and the White Sox, 2 of the worst teams in baseball. Blue Jays, I don't think it's panic mode yet, but it's close too. Dean Martin. Is it? No, Davis Martin. Dean Martin is that celebrity. He did the roasts. Davis Martin, excuse me. 6 innings, 6 shutout innings, 6 Ks. Lauer got the loss. Murphy got the save. The Brewers beat the Royals 8-5. Kyle Harrison 5 1/3, struck out 6 2 earned runs. Bubich 8 strikeouts over 5 4-run innings. The save went to McGill, his third. The Rays beat the Twins in extras. Martinez 6 innings pitched, 1 run, no decision. Baker got the win. Woods Richardson 6 2/3, 1 run, 4 Ks. Topa got the loss. Kelly got the save. Reds beat the Rangers 2-1. Burns 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 run. Jack Leiter 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 run. 2 very good young pitchers, seemingly doing great things. Start their season off right. Well, this is their second start, but they've both been good. Maul got the win. The loss went to Garcia. The save went to Burke. The Rockies beat the Phillies, who we played tonight, 4-1. Sagano got the win, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 Ks. Taiwan Walker, 5 innings, 4 runs. Vodnik got the save. He struck out 3. Crazy game from Sacramento. The A's beat the Astros 12-10. I was actually watching this game because I decided I wanted to, and it paid off because Brent Rooker hit a walk-off 3-run homer. A crazy game, 12-10. The win went to Alvarado. The loss went to Abreu. So many big moments in this game. Rooker had 2 homers. Jordan homered. Walker homered. It was a nuts game. Back and forth so many times. The A's were up 9-5. Astros scored 4 in the 8th to tie. Took the lead in the 10th, and the A's hit that 3-run walk-off. The Angels beat the Mariners in 11. Winning pitcher was Anderson, 2 innings. Spire got the loss. Good walk-off sac fly from Shanwell. Yep. D-backs walked off the Braves. Lots of walk-offs yesterday. 6-5. Cattell with the walk-off. Rashi got the win, and the loss went to Payamps. Cardinals beat the Tigers 5-3. Winning pitcher Leahy. I don't know. Montero got the loss. The save, O'Brien. And the Mets and the Giants. Big performance from yesterday. Brent Rooker, 2 homers. Slade Ciccone was good in that and then a loss, but no decision for him. Drake Baldwin, 3 for 5, a home run. Logan Webb, of course. Um, yeah, pretty big games. All right, let's talk about today baseball. The Giants go up against the Philadelphia Phillies, and I'm going to continue to rag on the offense here. I am worried. Okay, I am worried about how the Giants are going to play against the Phillies in this upcoming 3 game series because Taiwan Walker is the worst pitcher for the Phillies, and he pitched yesterday, which means we're going to be getting their best guys on Monday today and Tuesday tomorrow and Wednesday the day after. And 2 of those guys, if it actually, I think it might be Nola. But what I'm worried about is tomorrow's game, where we have to go up against Christopher Sanchez, who is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he's a lefty. And lefty pitchers have given our current core fits in recent history, and as long as they've been together, cannot hit a lefty. And I am worried because we have not been playing well. We have not been hitting the ball at all. And now we have to go up against the best in the best rotation in the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies. I am concerned. I am very worried. And I'm really bracing for impact here because we got Painter today, Sanchez tomorrow, and then on Wednesday it's Nola. All good pitchers. Um, I am quite worried. I do not think this is going to go well, and I really hope that I'm proven wrong. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to watch and see what happens. But these are the lineups: Painter for the Phillies, Hauser for the Giants. The Phillies have Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Garcia, Marsh, Realmuto, and Justin Crawford. Good lineup. The Giants have Adames, Arias, Chapman, Devers, Ramos, Lee, Encarnacion. Why is he still on the team? I want him gone. Bader, and then Bailey. On paper, good lineup. In reality, they have stunk it up big time. We'll see if that gets turned around. All right. Other games, the Rays and the Cubs, McClanahan versus Tyone. Bybee versus Waka, Guardians, Royals. Pirates and the Padres. We got Bubba Chandler versus Herman Marquez. Reds, Marlins, 2-6-3 teams. Junk for the Marlins, Williamson for the Reds. The Nats and the Cards. The Cards have Palante, Littell for Washington. Brewers in Boston. It's going to be Woodruff versus Bayo. Dodgers Blue Jays World Series rematch. Justin Robleski starts the Dodgers against Scherzer for the Blue Jays. Tigers Twins, Mize versus Ryan. Orioles White Sox going to be Brandon Young versus Grant Taylor. The Mariners put up Logan Gilbert against Jacob deGrom for the Rangers. It's a good pitching matchup. Stros Rockies, Bolton versus Feltner. Braves go to the Angels. Sale versus Soriano. 2 pitchers that have been very, very good through their first 2 starts. We'll see how that one goes. And then the Giants, Painter versus Hauser. Giants, Hauser, Phillies, Painter. That's baseball today. Now we get into WNBA. Why don't we go to WNBA? Because there was a big trade in the WNBA. Angel Reese, uh, center for the Chicago Sky, traded to the Atlanta Dream for 2 first-round picks. This is a big deal. If you don't know WNBA, this is a big deal. Reese is one of the best big women, not big man, one of the best big women in the league. Um, I can't speak. Led the league in rebounding the past 2 years. Both years she was in the league, only 2 years she's been in the league. Led the league in rebounding. Pretty good player. One of the best in the league. Going to the Dream, who were the 3rd best team in the league last year, made the playoffs, got bounced by the Fever in the first round. So they add a dominant center to that already good team. This is a big deal, and I don't know the specifics about it, but I think this makes the Dream a contender in the East. Yeah, I mean, the best teams are in the West, but the Dream are now looking like the best team in the East. So there you go. Didn't how are they playing the Mercury? How does that work? Do conferences even matter? They don't. Conferences don't matter. Whatever. So forget that. There's whatever. All right, here we go. Hockey. Whoa, big day for hockey today. The Blue Jays yesterday. The Blue Jays. The Blues beat the Avalanche 3-2. Devils over the Canadians 3-0. Rangers Caps 8-1 inside out game. Senators beat the Hurricanes 6-3. Flyers beat the Bruins in overtime. The Panthers lost the Penguins 5-2. The Wild beat the Red Wings 5-4. A lot of good teams lost yesterday. Looking at teams like the Bruins and the Hurricanes and the Canadians and the Avs, they all lost. Today is a massive day for the Western Conference. The San Jose Sharks welcome the Chicago Blackhawks to the Shark Tank for that game at 7. Then the Sabres play the Lightning at 4. That's a huge game in the East because those two teams are tied. Actually, that's not true. Let me restart my entire sentence. Today's a big day for hockey, especially in the Western Conference. In the East, the Lightning, who are first in the Atlantic with 102 points, 2 points back of the first team in the East overall in the Hurricanes. They play the Sabres, who have 100 points, just 2 points back of the Lightning. So all those teams competing still for that top spot with few games to go. They go up against each other tonight, which is going to be a big matchup. And then in the West, it's crazy. All the teams still fighting for that final wild card spot play tonight, with the exception of the Blues, the Sharks and the Blackhawks in the Shark Tank, the Kraken and the Jets in Winnipeg, and the Preds and the Kings go up against each other again in LA. This is a huge day for that final wildcard spot in the West. Going into the day, this is what it looks like. The Predators have it with 81 points. They have it because they have the tiebreaker over the Kings, who also have 81 points, followed by San Jose Sharks with 79 points. The Blues, who won yesterday over the Avalanche, big win. They are in 11th with 78, tied with the Jets, who have 78. And then the Kraken have 75, and they are the furthest back, 6 points. This is huge because the Kraken and the Jets play each other. The Predators and the Kings play each other, and that will determine the winner of this game will have sole possession of the final wildcard spot. That's the big one. And then the one that means the most to me, the San Jose Sharks go up against the Blackhawks, trying to win this game and stay in it. Big game. Big games all around the league today in hockey. It's going to be a massive day, and we can see teams going up and down just like that. That's kind of been, every day for the past couple of weeks. And today, especially, it's a big one for all those teams trying to get into the dance in that final wildcard spot. There's one spot, and 6 teams are fighting for it, and 6 teams have a realistic chance of getting it. And there are so few days left. It's going to be super exciting. All right. That's going to do it. It's going to do it for today's episode. Lot of stuff happened, lots of previewing, but we're going to end it here. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.